Hello everyone and welcome back to Star Stable. Today we are on our second last video of this racing statistics mini-series where we look at the horse statistics and what they mean and how to make them as high as possible. Today we are looking at endurance, which was suggested by a few people on this short I made a few weeks ago. Endurance is possibly one of the hardest skills to get bonus stats for because there is actually less than 5 horse breeds which have the max endurance breed bonus and less than 10 which have better than a 1. And to top it off, there is no tack which offers an endurance bonus. Does this make endurance a skill which matters more, or does it matter less? Let me know your thoughts on the rarity of endurance in the comments below. If you don't know about these skills, you probably already know that swiftness is speed, but after getting the best tack for swiftness, you might want to look at some other skills. These probably don't matter as much as they are reasonably small differences, but they can still matter, especially if you're looking to be a professional racer or championship person. Let me know whether we should look at the character skills next. Alright, so the horse skills. Agility. We have covered this one in a video. It is how fast your horse turns. Swiftness. As we said, this skill is how fast your horse goes. Strength. This was the first video I made in the series, and it relates to how high and far your horse jumps. Discipline. We will be covering this skill in a week or two, but discipline is how fast your horse responds to you between gates. Today we are looking at endurance, which is how much damage your horse can take. I believe this means if you run into something like a rock or a jump, sometimes your horse will stop straight away, or you might still keep running and you can get out of the situation by jumping, or you might just slightly bump it. This could be useful in champs when you accidentally run into that one log in the bushes in the Valedale champ when you're trying to do that shortcut and then it ruins everything. A bit personal. Sorry. Let's talk how to increase these skills. There are 3 ways, usually, to increase your horse's skills. The first is their breed bonus. Horses come with different skills already when you buy them. The only skill you cannot increase via breed bonuses is swiftness, speed. I think this is Star Stable's way of making it as fair as possible while still creating a racing mechanic. Swiftness makes the biggest difference in my experience with the more skill points you have, but if some were locked behind a breed, then it could be considered more pay to win. Anyways, the next way to increase your skill is through skill development or training. With the new horse progression, your horse will gain 5 skill points at level 5. I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't until a few weeks ago I realized this said companionship and not championship. No wonder it made no sense to me. You get a total of 10 skill points at level 9 and a total of 15 skill points at level 13. Obviously, this used to level up with the old system, which was 1 skill point at each level, so it's a little bit of an odd number now, but it's fine. The final way to get skill bonuses is through equipment. However, when I went to the Star Stable database to research for this video, I realized there was no endurance section. I then went on to Star Stable, absolutely surprised that I never noticed this, and sure enough, I couldn't find any tack which had an endurance level. However, there is endurance when you are in the global store, but I didn't want to go through thousands of tack, so I went through a small number of the big picture of just random items, including the Star Stable approved best equipment, and not one had a single point of endurance. I'm not sure why this is. I guess it could be considered realistic in a way. In reality, agility could be affected by your tack and how much movement your horse has available. Swiftness could just be a really comfortable saddle. Strength, you kind of get the picture. Maybe I'm missing a single item of tack, so let me know, because it would be truly rare. So with no tack to look at, let's get into the very few horses which have the highest breed bonus in endurance. There is only 4 depending how you look at it, who have the highest skill of 3. And then an even fewer 3 horse breeds who have the endurance skill of 2. The rest are all a skill level of 1 or 0. And contrary to previous videos, there is basically only generation 3 horses, meaning there are no really cheap options. Well, what are these elusive horse breeds? The Aquatech has been on our list before, also having a high agility level. The Aquatech has 3 endurance with 1 strength, 1 discipline, and 3 agility. They are 850 star coins available to purchase after level 13 from the Silverglade Manor. There is however 2 horses on the Star Stable Horses app. The database says the black one can be bought from player level 0, but the Palomino is from player level 10. I don't know a way to confirm these, but it does seem kind of odd that they are different. The curly horses have made their first appearance in this series. I love the curly horses myself, I know. An unpopular opinion, but I was really excited when these horses came up. They also have 3 endurance points with 2 discipline, 1 agility, and 2 strength. They are also 850 star coins available from Furgrove after player level 6. There is also one available on the Star Stable Horses app, also stated to be after player level 6. The Jorvik Frisians are on the list for a second time as well, with an endurance level of 3, discipline level of 1, agility level of 3, and strength level of 1. They are more expensive at 950 star coins after player level 8 and can be bought at Jorvik stables. There is no special variations on the app. Another repeat. It looks like a lot of the high level agility horses also have a high endurance level. I do wonder if that is on purpose, and once again how these breed bonuses are decided for each breed. But the Mawari have the endurance bonus of 3, discipline of 1, agility of 3, and strength of 1. They are also 950 star coins available at Golden Leaf stables after player level 12. The database has 2 listed as player level 1. These ones could possibly be or have been previously at Fort Pinter, so it's worth riding over there anyways to check it out. Next up we have the magical counterparts of some of the previously mentioned horse breeds, such as Talina and Campus, the Hydran, Burka, and the Dragon horses. Whether you include these in their breeds or not, they are the final horses on this list to have the highest endurance skill level of 3. Their other breed bonuses being the same as their base breed. Magical horses are rotated once a month, so keep your eye out for which ones are returning next. Since there was only a handful of endurance 3 horses and only 3 horses who have an endurance level of 2, I thought I would include them as well. The Norse-Swedish horses, both Gen 3 and Gen 2, have 2 endurance points. The Generation 3 Norse-Swedish then has 2 discipline, 0 agility, and 4 strength. Now I know at the start that I said there was only Gen 3 horses on this list. Well, that's because the Generation 2 horse has been unfortunately retired. But if you do already own them, then their statistics will obviously stay the same. The Generation 2 Norse-Swedish has 1 discipline, 0 agility, and 5 strength. The Generation 3 is available for 749 star coins from player level 8 at Dundle. There is also a variation on the Star Stable Horses app known as the Texas Bluebell, alongside another bay coat colour. I was actually surprised to see these horses on the list when their counterparts, the Jorvik starter ponies, only have 1 endurance. Either way, both Vega and Zoni have 2 endurance bonuses, with 0 discipline, 1 agility, and 1 strength. They are both 550 star coins sold at Nilma's Highland by Yidris's Circus tent, making them a cheaper option for almost the best endurance bonus. They can also be bought from a player level of 1. I actually love these horses and only own them on my alt account, but part of me wants them on my main account as well. Is that bad? Such as before, the Brinnicle, a Norse-Swedish magical horse, has 2 endurance, 2 discipline, 0 agility, and 4 strength. The Brinnicle is only available at Christmas time in the Winter Village for 599 star coins from level 1. Well, that is the end of this video. I find endurance such an odd skill. I once again can't find much of a difference between each bonus, whether you have a good one or not. However, why is it so hard to achieve compared to other ones? Previously, people have stated they thought endurance was how well your horse did whilst riding up a hill, which I feel like makes much more sense in my head. I also didn't really know what to do for in real life examples like I have done in previous videos of this series, since the real world examples of endurance is probably not how fast your horse recovers from crashing, because hopefully crashing your horse isn't something that happens and that you train them for. Let me know what you think of endurance, and you can check out the playlist on the screen right now to check out all the videos about agility, endurance, strength, and discipline. I will see you all very soon to talk about our final discipline statistics. I love you all. Bye!